Of course, today's game is by MicroProse. Ooh, look at that. It's a MiG-29 if I ever seen it. MiG-28? How hard to differentiate. I don't say a MiG-28. At F-15, though, does not care. Also, I love you can see the borders still just from that thing shaking around. It's, of course, Super Strike Eagle for the Super Nintendo, 1993, North America. Let's start a new game, shall we? Yeah, Super Strike. No, that's Zoop. No, that's a different game. Scam. Let's view the briefing screen, I guess. This is your first mission. You must destroy the targets marked on the map. Also, the game is a little loud. Back, shall we? Once you have succeeded, return to your carrier. Easy, right? Easy enough, you ask me. Alright, volume should be better now. Friendly airbase, okay. Enemy airbase, 2,000 points! It's just like reality. You gotta get points. Sand missiles can get you. That's not good. 10,000 points. Bonus, sans stop. Blow some tanks. Bonus, 100 rounds. Get ammo for blowing up tanks. Okay. I'm not going to remember any of this, but long story short, I think the yellow targets are priority, right? No, yellow targets are air defense. Blue is... Let's just blow it all up, right? Yeah. So how does the action of this game work? Well, look at this. Mode 7. I do have to take off. I don't know what the buttons are. Oh, there we go. Apparently it's X. It's good to me. The whole game does not take place like this, though. Oh, enemy plane. So Y and X are throttle. I just shot a missile. Pressing B. And it splashed! And it splashed! That's good to me. Alright. I'm turning left or right. Okay, so R is flare. L is chaff. The A button is guns. Let's see. I just get him with the missile. Whoop. And it splash. And it splashed! Love to see it. Love to see it. This game sure is looking a lot like maybe a Top Gun, but it's, you know, it's trying to be a little more simulation-y, right? Like, seems pretty prototypical. Also, apparently, you know, we do have ammo for our guns and stuff. We can't just let that stuff loose willy-nilly. Then, yeah, once you blow up all those targets, you know, you're in this mode. You still control your throttle and stuff, which is kind of neat. Oh, but now we're in bombing mode. Oh, God. Okay, still got our guns. When you press the A button... Oh, God. I think I can just leave if I want as well. Going out there, but... Great. This is how real jet fighting works! Uh-oh. Enemy SAM's down. Oh, that's good. Alright. Let's keep blowing up more of these targets. Oh, God. I don't even know if I should be using my flare or my chaff. But, you know. This is working. Ah, don't run into that. Those flat guns will screw you up, right? Got the little red arrow there. Help tell me which way to go. Trying not to crash into the ground either. There's a little bit of a shadow to help you out. So I can speed up a little bit. Ooh, that's too fast. Shit. Start again. You can kind of shoot off screen, which is kind of silly if you ask me, right? So it's like I'm pressing the B button to shoot a missile when those lock-on things appear, but it's not always working. I don't know what's up with that. There we go. Okay, I just have to hold on to it a little longer. That's all. Let's not waste our bombs or Maverick missiles on these, right? Alright, let's get out of here. Blow up the target. We should be able to. Oh god, that's a missile coming for us. Probably heat seeking, right? Oh boy. Well, whatever this is. Got it? Right?
Target destroyed.
Alright, we got bonus chaff for that. Oh god. Oh god. Somebody's locked onto us. See, there's a bit of a radar on the left side, so it's like, you know, we can see when a target is behind us and stuff. A radar, which is good. Let's try and conserve some of the missiles. Don't have a lead targeting reticle for our guns, interestingly. Also, I did not mean to shoot that, but it's fine. I also don't have a way to, like... Oh, Jesus, just wasted a chaff. You don't have a way to control, like, yaw, right?
Bandit splashed.
You're pretty much just straight up left and right on the D-pad, down and up to control, you know, the nose. But you're not controlling, like, your rudders, right? So I'm gonna catch up with this guy. These enemies are not exactly doing evasive maneuvers either. So, like, I would not call, you know, not call this complicated when it comes to how it's operating from a simulation standpoint. Oh god. Missile. Alright, we outran it, at least. I don't even know what these things are, but... Oh, okay. Okay. We blow it up? I think we got it, right? These extra guns don't seem like we have to blow these things up. Ow. Just escape. But we didn't get anything for that. Okay. Ooh, slow down. Get it? I think we got it, right?
Target destroyed.
Yeah, we did. Some bonus air-to-ground missiles for that. Stop trying to blow me up! Fine, I'll come after you. Okay. I think we got it, right? The frame rate on these sections could be a little bit better, right? It's a little... could leaves a little bit to be desired, right? Alright, let's get this enemy ship. Ooh, we're going so fast! It could be a... I don't have... You know, I don't have to conserve my missiles as much. We're being honest. Ow, that hurt. You know, if this was realistic, my F-15 would be blown out of the goddamn sky right now, right? Like, one missile would make us absolutely toast, right? There we go. Oh, I hit the wrong button. It's okay. I hit B button to land. Did this look better on a CRT? No. This is it. This is it. Stay on. Let's see who's got magnificent scoop success. Oh god, hold on. I gotta land first. Let's throttle down. Try to land between the lines. I've turned out the flow. Okay. Well. Maybe it's because I slow down my throttle all the way. Right? We had extra lives, so it's fine, you know? Like, it's like an Aqua Teen. Yeah, kinda. Wait, what was that one? Oh, that's for blowing up those. Okay, they are MiG-29s, apparently. Well, you have lost your Super Strike Eagle. Your career as an F-15 pilot is over. Now these flags or flying half-mast. As this patriotic music plays, I guess. Game over. It didn't say I died, makes no scoops. Maybe the vibes are there that maybe I did, but yeah, who could say? Who could say, right? Let's try to actually land a goddamn plane. Let's try this again. Alright, slow down. 25? I don't know. Okay, there we go. Perfect landing! That's how planes land. It just goes right on, and yep. None of those, like, catch cables, no nothing, right? At least not depicted here. Even the landing in Pilot Wings was more accurate than this. One could say. One could say. You know? It's chaos here. It's a little sickening. I think it might be the color choices. I think it's the size of these pixels. It's just... This game is a very crunchy looking game. Right? It's Kaon. Like... I think we're trying very hard to do, like, a digitized graphics look. I mean, look at that. That looks like a plane. That's a MiG-29, sure. But it's, you know, doing as best they can. They've drawn on this weird smoke and fire effect to what is supposed to be like a top-down view, right? Of whatever these buildings are. Oh, this is your access code. Write it down. Because there's no battery backup in this. So I need this code to begin a save game at your current level. How about we keep moving on? Hey, look at this. Yeah, brought the first country back into the United Nations. Now it's time to take on some of the real bad guys. Wow, that'd be a significant world politics moment if something like that happened for blowing up a small island military stuff, I guess. Who knows what these little yellow flags represent, but... Oh, fireworks. I love a good Windows screensaver as well, I guess. Is this just gonna go if I just don't press anything? Okay, oh. We're still getting air credit. Did we game over? No. Okay. Libya Day. All right. Well, here come the real countries, I guess. Top secret. Libya continues to support terrorists around the globe. Remember when I said, oops, all jingoism last episode? Right? Right? Remember, this game was made by MicroProse. MicroProse, a very real military simulation company for video games, right? Like, what MicroProse? What were the other games MicroProse made? Hold on, let me see here, so I can be accurate. Didn't MicroProse also do XCOM? Am I wrong on that? Yeah. Right, includes starting the Civilization and XCOM series, right. In 1993, the company lost most of its UK-based personnel and became a subsidiary of Spectrum Holobyte, who, you know, did like the Falcon series and stuff like that, right? Like Falcon 2.0 and 3.0 and so forth, right? I always think of I think it's from Falcon 3.0. Might have been 4, where they did a video called Art of the Kill. We've looked at it before on streams. It's a hell of a goddamn thing. It's basically like it's like a military dogfighting training video created in partnership with like an Air Force guy and Spectrum Holobyte for their game. It's crazy stuff. What else did MicroProse and whatnot make? Let me see here. F-15 Strike Eagle. Obviously, this is Super Strike Eagle, which is a derivation of that, right? F-19 Stealth Fighter. Gunship, which is a Apache helicopter game. Project Stealth Fighter. Man, 1987 for the Commodore 64. Red Storm Rising, which is, yeah, based on the Tom Clancy novel. Silent Service? God, submarine games. They just don't make them anymore, right? Sid Meier's Pirates, of course, right? And many, many others, right? Oh, yeah, Railroad Tycoon. Of course. God, they made a lot of games, actually. A lot of games. But yeah, I think most people recognize them as the Civ people and the Sid Meier's start, right? And XCOM and whatnot. Oh, they made a Top Gun game? No, really? Top Gun Fire at Will. I remember that. I remember. I never played it, but that was mostly a Windows game, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, they did make it for the PlayStation as well. Maybe I'll look at that one of these days. All right, let's get back to this game though. Look, just blow everything else up. We should be fine. All right, here we go. Let's take off. Mode 7 draw distance. Not exactly what I'd call great. Let's get these planes out of the air so they don't hunt us down. Oh god, the turning. Again, not having proper air control is a little weird, right? Also, these enemies, they're not using like chaff, they're not using, you know, a lot of defenses and whatnot that would be typical. So like, oh god. Would I call this, you know, like a proper air combat game? No, I would not. It'd be hard pressed for me to call this an actual proper simulation for any of these aspects, right? Oh geez. Cut the angle. Oh god. Ooh, slow down. Again, I think going head-on with a missile would be a bad idea. What if I told you, for a high-speed object like that, your best chance... Oh, God. Speed up! Ah, jeez. I took too long. Speed up and actually hit it at a very... Oh, God. Damn it. At a very fast but sheer angle, right? Fucking stop it. So, why can't... There we go. Let's try to lock on a missile there, right? Get the hell out of here. Hit and run. We don't have to shoot the rest of those targets. Oh god, someone's coming after us, but I think we're fine. Ooh. Again, only having control of the nose of the plane is a little tricky. I hit the button way too early. That's okay. Come on. Give me an airlock on. There we go. You get a lot of missiles, thankfully, right? I think I can check my inventory of them. Like, God. Yeep. Crap. Went too slow, so I stalled. I can't even do a full roll, I don't think, can I? Oh, no, you can. Look at that. Okay. Come on. Shit. Now, we have 8 Sidewinders left, and I'm wasting all of them just by shooting them, because I'm hitting it before the lock-on actually happens. God. Woo. It still got us. That sucks. You know what? I didn't hit any of those guns. Or whatever they are. That's fine. I blew up the boat. That's all I need. Uh-oh. I feel like I should refuel. Or is that how much damage I've taken on the left there? I'm actually not sure. I don't remember where my home base boat is anymore either. How do I put the map? Nope, that's flare. Pressing start and select and it's not doing it. Okay, it's A when you're at this. Okay, my base is up there. And also, oh, right, okay. The other boat that's in the middle there. These air defenses are really fucking me up. I don't have to blow up all of them. Oh, hold on. Shit, keeping button by accident. There we go. Damage 19, okay. No fuel. Oh no, there's the fuel. It's on the left there. You know, we're out here anyways. Let's get more fuel. Let's blow these guys up first, though. Slow down. I actually don't want to go too fast, right? Because the faster you go, the more likely you'll overshoot the enemy, right? You really only want to speed up when you're at an angle that's more like straight on with them, right? There's a terminology for that they explain in Art of the Kill, but I forget what it is. I'm gonna guess, maybe this 2 means I can only like refuel maybe like 2 more times at it or something. Oh god, the angle we're coming in here sucks. God. Oh god. Also, we are not even anywhere close to this base. Let's try that again. You know what? I wonder if it's like because I wasn't very straight on with the base to start. Let's try it again. Nope, you're still out here. Okay, I just have to throttle up a little bit. And cut it down. There we go. Woo. Oh, I should probably... Nope! There we go. Okay, cut the throttle.
Stand by for rearming.
You really can't go off the tarmac. All right. Got filled back up with everything. Let's start taking care of some of these land bases, right? Yeah, there's no deploy landing gear button or anything. You just do it. You just do it. Gotta follow this with a beach volleyball. What do you mean a beach volleyball game? Oh, like Top Gun. Yeah, you're right. You're probably right. You're probably right. Uh-oh. Cut the angle. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Let's blow up this thing. Ooh, slow down. There we go. I guess I didn't need to use a missile there. That's okay. Alright. Whoop. I think it's kind of funny. I can just kind of like go into these areas like this and not actually have to worry too much about if a missile is locked onto me, because it's like they kind of... The missiles seem to only exist one scene at a time, right? So like if I come into a scene like this, that missile is long gone, right? Oh god. Oh, I just ran through all that. It's okay. Oh god. I did not get all of that. That's okay. Making our pass. Whoop. There we go. The parts flying over land are a lot less sickening than the parts over water. Really? I would have thought the other way around. It's Kaon. Okay. I think those missiles actually stay on me when I go to like air battles like this. I think. Because I think I saw that it's like we saw a red like thing on us. Right? Oh boy. Ooh, this is not good frame rate. Oh, we're stalling. Shit. That's okay. Oh, God. Oh, the way this controls is bad. And it's the frame rate is so low, right? Like, it's not what I'd call good. Sign wider, would you? Thanks. Alright, let's get out of here. I don't think using more of my afterburners and stuff, I don't know if it uses more fuel or not. Okay. Again, I can eat a missile or two. Probably don't want to eat too many, but... Jesus, that sucks. It's like, just got here and that freaking flak was literally right on my head. Let's get out of here. Okay. Come on. Uh-oh, something's locking onto us. I think we're okay. Bandit splash. Just like he says. Get this one. Ow! God. Turn, would you? Oh, we're stalling. That's fine. Enemy tracking. I'm guessing that means like enemy is trying to get a lock on me, but coming at such a sheer angle on it. Oh god. Okay, we're fine. Again, the frame rate is not good, and I wouldn't call the physics for the air flying to be accurate, per se. So, it kind of is what it is. Right? I wish the frame rate for these sections was better. I wish a lot of things for this game. I had this game growing up on my special Super Nintendo. I didn't hate this game. I would even go as far as say, you know, I don't think there's a whole lot of other games like this, right? You know, like, it's funny, when you often have a lot of games like this and they do this thing where they try to, like, make the variety of the gameplay really varied to, you know, make it look like your game is, like, really expansive in different ways. I think this game actually pulls it off pretty successfully, you know? Like, a lot of times when that happens, you get a lot of cases where, you know, falls apart in ways because, like, they clearly didn't spend enough time in making everything fun. Right? But this, I'm not gonna say this is like incredible gameplay by any stretch, but it does the job pretty well, I'd say. Like, it's a little weird every time you do a scene transition, I'll say that. That part is a little bit awkward. Oh god, oh god, get in there. We're trying to... Okay, I don't want the missile to get me, right? Like, do I wish maybe, like, these areas were just bigger, right? So it's not as jarring every time you go in and out of a new scene, right? Yeah, that would help. That would probably go a long way, right? So I don't need to use my Mavericks as much anymore for these parts. Alright, this missile's getting really annoying. So I couldn't tell when to use a shaft or when to use a flare. I'd imagine there are two different icons that pop up on the right there, which I would assume would dictate which one to use. I just haven't quite figured out which one is meant to be which quite yet.
Target destroyed.
I'm gonna guess it's like the missiles are a different color depending on what you choose. Or sorry, depending what's coming in at you.
Damage critical.
Okay. I need to
Damage
repair.
critical.
Oh, God.
Damage critical.
Oh, I need to stop running into these things. Swap this enemy base and go back and repair, right? Shit. Didn't get all that. I don't get shot. Crap. Crap!
Damage
Ah,
critical.
jeez. Ah, jeez.
Damage critical.
There we go. Alright. Get out of here. We don't have to... Ah, we have to take on this plane. It's okay. Whoop. Because if you can tell, like, that plane's facing is always, like, not coming at us. So it's a little weird. It's a little weird. Alright, let's not blow up. %. Perfect landing. I was gonna blow up again. Is it bonus at base? What bonus are we getting? I see rack 2 and rack 3 empty. Oh, look at that. Rockeye. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna guess those are some kind of air-to-ground missile of some sort, because it's like it's in the same bracket as like those Maverick missiles, which is what they're for, right? AGMs, one might say. Okay, I missed the base on the left there. A whole bunch scattered all over the place, though. Let's go to the stuff on the left. But otherwise, this is kind of just the game. I don't think there's that much more to it, if I'm being honest. We have seen just about everything there is to do in this game. At least what I remember. Oh, God. Oh, God. Eat a missile right at the gate. Right. Alright, handle. Stop it. Ow. I don't have a great way to avoid that stuff all the time, right? Yee. Got in there. Also, you know, real planes cannot hold this many missiles. Real planes cannot hold this many chaff and flares and whatnot, right? Planes notably have very limited deployment because it really cannot carry that much stuff. Usually it's meant for striking a single target, and that's it. Right? Oh, God. So, real planes cannot sustain this much damage. For real. It's like a bullet could absolutely just demolish a plane in a single... Ah, jeez. In a single shot. Right? Okay, I'm stalling a bit. We're fine. Come on. These planes are not exactly doing evasive maneuvers either, you know. Maybe they'll start using chaff and flares and stuff down the road or something. I don't know. Oop. There we go. Ah. God damn it, let's try and use one of missiles. out of here.
Target destroyed.
Let's just finish this level and then we'll call it. Let's see. I probably had to blow up that blue base down there and then that's it. So I feel like this would have made for a good 32X game. Oh, maybe. Yeah. Maybe. I would say, you know, like, if it wasn't for... Oh, God. If it wasn't for the advent of the CD-ROM, you know, like, where a game like Tomcat Alley... Also, I have no idea which way I'm facing right now. Oh, my God. Alright, here we go. A game like Tomcat Alley, perhaps, making its popularity known on the Sega CD, you know? Maybe we would have gotten more interesting games in this ilk. There we go.
Bandit splashed.
And it splashed. I chaffed into shit. That missile is red. Maybe that means, yeah, it's like heat-seeking. Which is why you gotta use your flare, right? Oh, come on, I was hitting the Maverick button. What the heck? Let's try again. There we go. Get out of here.
Target destroyed.
Oop. This should be the last target, I think. Right?
Damage critical.
Yeah, relax. Maybe not. What's left? Oh, the red targets is what I had to... I mean, just target. I don't know. Whatever. Whatever. Blow it up. Blow it up either way. Sometimes your guns have better range than the missiles, just because, like, I can't lock on to anything unless it's in my view. God.
Damage critical.
I know.
Damage critical.
I know. Jesus.
Damage critical.
We're gonna get our ass blown up, I think. It's a good chance.
Damage critical.
Ow!
Target destroyed.
84 damage, I think it said. Oh boy.
Damage critical.
Ah, jeez. Get out there.
Bandit splashed.
Okay.
Damage
Ooh, going
critical.
so fast. Oh god, 94 damage, huh? Eee.
Target destroyed.
Okay. I'm assuming I gotta blow all this up. I don't know.
Damage critical.
Would you?
Target
Radiation
destroyed.
alert because I blew up because I blew up that nuclear plant, I guess. Is that something I gotta worry about? I didn't see any warning otherwise for that. I think it's funny that I gotta deal with it somehow. Shit, I were shot those scuds or whatever they are. So my plane is just red now. Just real silly. Does that mean if I go back to base, I'm gonna like irradiate everyone or something? I don't know. Yeah, I just gotta get out of this zone, right? Let's hope that's all. I need to get back, armor up. Whoop. Let's get back to base before something really truly dire happens. Oh, I'm not facing this plane or the boat the right way. Does that matter? Nah, it doesn't. We're fine. So this is lined up. God damn it. What? What do you mean? Come on. It's because the tow cable or the catch cable's over here. Yeah, maybe. You can't land on, like, you know, the other end of the carrier where there are no cables to catch you, I guess. Hopefully we're not irradiated still. We have paveway. I haven't used any of these rock eyes yet either. There's no button to, like, switch armament as far as I can tell. Maybe there is. I actually don't even know how many missions are in this game. I'm not sure I've ever finished this game, if I'm being honest. I do know the missions can eventually turn into, like, nighttime and stuff, if I'm not mistaken. Here, would you? Let's blow that up first. I don't have to deal with it. Where is the target? Oh, there it is. Right on top of it. Stop it. Annoying ass flak cannons. Oh my god. Why don't you missile lock? What's going on? Fine. See, it's like sometimes I can't press the missile button until that green highlight comes up, right? And, like, trying to get that thing to show up is laborious, is what I'll say. Or inconsistent at times. Whereas the gun is pretty easy to hit. Hit anything with, right? As long as you're going slow enough and just point the nose down at it, it's just as good. If not better, if you ask me. Alright, last target? Maybe? Zip, right by you. Ow. 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 Is that it?
Target destroyed.
Nope, something else here. It's gotta be it, right? Mission accomplished, it says. No, we didn't. There's still another boat over here. We might as well get that. Got the fuel. Oh, you think so? Oh, that one required chaff. That missile looked exactly the same, so I really have no idea, if I'm being honest. It's like sometimes it's heat-seeking and sometimes it's radar lock, right? Alright, let's land over here, I guess. Let's not crash. Let's line this up. 50 the throttle, right? Works for me.
Cheated death again.
Cheated death yet again, he says. Ah, look, I did rewind a couple times. Yep. Great. Fantastic. This is your access code for playing along at home. Sure. I love the... Sorry. The fact that it has to come to this screen and give you a credits rundown every single time you just finish a level is real silly. Like, I get it. It's probably trying to tell you your high score as if that matters in this game. But I don't know. Libya Night! Let's take a look at what it looks like in night. Knock out the ruler's palace and the power plant, and he will be finished. It's nighttime. It's not any more complicated than that. It's a little hard to see, and everything's a bit of a pain in the ass. That's all. That's all. It's the exact same area, funnily enough. You know? And the nighttime now looks like this. Real annoying, like, Also, we just flew away from that guy, so whatever. Those guys can shoot missiles at us in this view as well, which is actually super annoying. Ganj, welcome on in. Good to have you. You are seeing Super Strike Eagle for the Super Nintendo. More jingoism in these parts today.
Bandit splashed.
And it splashed. Ace Combat, this is not, but you know. Where's the target? Okay, I see it. Down this way, we're just gonna cut our way in. Head to Master Boot Record. What's Master Boot Record, Ganj? I mean, glad to have you either way. Thanks for stopping on in. Okay. Chiptune Metal Band. Oh, that sounds like fun. Hell yeah. Oh god. Ow. Stop it. Alright, we blew up that something. That's probably the dictator base or whatever it called it. I don't need to blow this up. We can get out of here. Is Mode 7 as fuck? Yes, I agree. You know, the frame rate could be better, as I've been saying. But, you know, it's trying. God, is it ever. That was the shortest range missile kill I've ever seen. This SNES was cool. I agree. I agree. God, that guy shot at us. Okay, okay. Lock on. Radar lock. Come on. Missile away. So very gently. Splashes the bandit. Oh god. Oh god. I've lost track of which way I'm facing. Again, no yaw control, so it's... this is awkward, right? This is probably my least favorite parts of the game, is doing these dogfights, right?
Bandit splashed.
It's still kind of cool, but I mean, it's not fantastic, is what I'll say. Get out of here. Nope, that's a chaff. Okay. I wish I knew, again. Wish I knew by some kind of colorization of the missile or just anything, right? From a gameplay perspective. Maybe it's like, I don't know, it's like it's a red body missile with the white tip. That one is white with a red tip. Okay, maybe that's the colorization that I need to be on the lookout for. So if it's a white missile, I need to use chaff, and if it's red, use flare, I guess? I guess. That target?
Target destroyed.
Okay, I think it was. Mission accomplished. Get the hell out of here. I might as well pull this up here. There we go. Alright, let's get... Oh my god. Come on. Yeah, okay. It's a little hard to tell with these missiles, right? It's not the easiest to tell. Because it's like, they should have just made a different color completely, if we're being honest. Or again, some kind of indicator on the screen would help, right? It's down here. Makes sense where this red arrow is taking us. Interesting, yeah, no rearms. Big 0 beside that. Oh, this is awkward. This is awkward.
Cheated death again.
It works. That's not how a landing would ever work. Ever. Ruler's Palace. Jesus. Get your password in. And that's it. Oh, congratulations, Super Strike Eagle pilot. Libya has made peace by having everything in its infrastructure blown the fuck up. Rejoin the UN. You are now needed elsewhere. The jingoism in this game is stronger than I thought. Thank God we are not ranking by jingoism. So I guess there's 4 different other countries I need to go to. I guess. Given that green flag just popped up for this one. How many sorties you have in every single one? I don't know. Now, oh, it's Gulf War Day. We've seen enough of this game, and we've seen enough of the Gulf War. Good Lord. Let's rank this game. Because I played enough of that. I played enough of that. I don't hate this game. A bummer on the jingoism scale? Yeah. Many of these games will be, right? Many of them will be. Gameplay perspective, I would say, you know, it's not bad. I do wish the frame rate was better, but you're just not going to get that from the Super Nintendo, right? You're just not. Sounds alright. It's got the right amount of, like, Bandit Splash, right? Like, it's got a right amount of that compression on the voice samples and stuff. Or true to dirt and true to death again. It's again, high on the jingoism scale, but the dogfighting should be a little bit better than this, right? I don't know if it's trying to like impart some sense, like it feels very mushy. Because again, no yaw control, right? All you have is throttle control, and all you have is nose control, right? For going up and down. That's it. And sorry, and rolling left and right. So you control your rudders on the wings, or flaps, I guess you would say, right? You can't control like the tail rudder, essentially. It's kind of fucked up. It's a lack of buttons, right? Because it's like on a Super Nintendo, right? You only got the 2 shoulders. Did they have to put chaff on one and then, you know, flare on the other? No. No, they didn't. They really, they could have gotten away with this. They could have gotten away with this game just having one kind of heat-seeking missile or something coming at you. Or, you know, just either chaff or either flares. Just get missiles off your back. They don't need 2 types, right? It's not necessary. You know, because otherwise, control-wise, it's like, again, only D-pad, obviously. Throttle up, throttle down. Oh, sorry, throttle up and throttle down. And then guns, and then shoot a missile, right? There's probably a way for me to toggle to the different munitions that I was getting as a bonus. I don't know how. Select and start weren't doing really anything other than pause outside the menu, but I didn't try them while I was in combat. Not that I feel like you need to. Everything dies in one missile hit anyways, right? Or like just enough of action with your gun. So I was like, whatever. I don't know. I think this thing's okay. Let's get it on the list. All told, like, I said my piece about it while I was playing it. But I'm at least impressed with all the different kinds of scenarios it throws at you. It's a little short-lived, getting in and out of them, but it's like, it does it pretty quickly, right? It's like, it's no load times when it does that, right? There's a bit of a fade to black and stuff like that. Nothing obscenely distracting, I'll say, right? Not as cool as Blackthorn? Well, it's Kaon if you want to start there. Is Super Strike Eagle as cool as Blackthorn? No, obviously. Come on. But is cool as the same thing as... Is it better? Not necessarily. A lot of games that I think are cool. Not necessarily rank high, like Nosferatu, perhaps. Right? This game is cool as shit! But it's not as good as Blackthorn. Here we go. Is Super Strike Eagle better or worse than Desert Strike Return to Golf? I don't think it's as good. Right? I don't think it's as good. I think Desert Strike is a better game. You know, actually, I think Ball Bullet Gun better or worse than Super Strike Eagle? I think Ball Bullet Gun is a better game. There's more going on. I agree. But I think Desert Strike is... It captures the action quite a bit better, right? It's just a better game. It's a better game, right? It's got that ripping music at the beginning. This game does not have ripping music. A high pitch whine of an F-15 and an afterburner, maybe. It's got the guy goes, you know, like Bandit Splash. That's kind of alright. It's still not better than Ball Bullet Gun. I don't think it's as good as Saikyo Takada Nobuiko, which is a game I keep meaning to go back to. You know? Build a fighter in this game, right? I think Europop could have made it better. Yeah, throw some Aqua in there. I don't know. Who's around, you know, or from MicroProse to throw a check at in that time? Maybe the guys who did that Rah Rah Rasputin song, you know? Maybe. Here's what I'll say. I think, is Super Strike Eagle better or worse than Secret of Evermore? What is Super Strike Eagle better than? It's definitely better than SimCity 2000. Oh man, is it better than Run Saber? Yeah, it is. I think it's better than Sim Ant. I think it's also better than Front Mission Gun Hazard. It does not take much to do that, that's for sure. Yeah, it's definitely better than Knights Around. It's better than Ninja Gaiden Trilogy. Yeah. This is all accurate. Super Strike Eagle better or worse than Final Fight? I think Spriggan Powered is better than Super Strike Eagle. You remember what Spriggan Powered is? If you don't remember, it's that shmup, right? With a lot of the digitized graphics, right? It's got like kind of got a parry in it, which is kind of interesting, right? Limited use or whatever, right? This game is pretty sick. It's a little thin, obviously. Still is just a shmup, but it looks incredible, right? Yeah, Spriggan Powered is better than Super Strike Eagle. Let's not worry about Mario's missing. We might revisit this sometime soon. True Golf Classics, Pebble Beach Golf Links, of course, Teeny Soft. The longest load times you've ever seen, moment to moment, for golf. But it's golf. Oh, who cares if you make it even slower? This game is not great. I think Super Strike Eagle is better than Final Fight. Man, that's rough. That's rough. Because I think it is also better than True Golf Classics. I think it is. Yeah, it's definitely better than Kendo Rage, that's for sure. Look, everyone knows, okay, this is not the form of Final Fight that you want, right? It's okay to like this game. It's good. It could be a lot better, right? 1990, original Final Fight came out when, you know, maybe Capcom had more under its legs for, like, development on the Super Nintendo, right? We could have got a better version, perhaps, but we didn't. This is a launch. This is a launch game in North America, right? So we didn't know any better, right? We didn't know any better. I'm pretty sure it was a launch game, right? Should be. Japan in 1990, right? So. Super Strike Eagle better. Yeah, it's better than Super Black Bass 2. Super Black Bass 2 is... I played more of this. It's not as good as the first one. It's just not. It's a very good-looking game, but the fishing mechanics don't do it for me. It's just not fun. It feels very random. It's like, even if you follow the game's advice and stuff, it doesn't... Fish don't bite. Which is, you know, realistic, you could say, but it's not fun. It's not fun. It's very unlike the first game, which I think is just a lot more fun. I think Super Strike Eagle is better than Super Black Bass 2, but I don't think it's better than friggin' Powered. That's what I would say. Not bad. Not bad at all, right? As far as these kind of games go, there's going to be a lot of strange military simulation games. Well, again, I have a small handful of them today. I think, you know, this game is striking an interesting balance for, like, playing with its limitations to still be action-packed, right? Moment to moment. But also is trying its best to introduce some milsim elements, right? Yeah, it's never going to be a good platformer because, again, it's like, ain't got enough buttons. And they're just not going to be able to model a fidelity that makes sense, right? So they make do. And all told, you know, for even within its limitations, I think it's all right. Okay, let's do another one, shall we? Let's lighten things up a little bit, I say, with this next game, if you ask me. Let's play this. Let's go over here. Let's click on that. Hold on. Let me fix my lighting situation really quick. Strike Eagle 3 for DOS looks amazing. Came out like a year earlier. Yeah. MicroProse was no fucking slouch, right? MicroProse is a cool as hell developer, I will say. Like, of all those, like, American development houses of that 90s era, it might be my favorite, right? It's up there. It's absolutely up there. Look, maybe I'm as biased as I am to enjoying Doom and therefore id Software. When it comes to, like, one's doing strategy games and doing simulation games and stuff like that, like, I think MicroProse was fucking killer, right? Absolutely killer. You know? And, like, Sid Meier! You know? Still doing it, right? I should play Pirates again. It's been a bit. Oop. This. There we go. That's good for me. Civ 2 is still in your top 10. I got into Civ a little late, I'll admit. I probably didn't get into Civ until Civ 4, actually. Or 5? Civ 5. I've respected a lot of those games more from afar, if I'm being honest. I was too... when it came to my real-time strategy stuff, you know, I was mostly playing like Age of Empires and stuff like this, right? But like, yeah, those hexagon civs. Sure. All right, let's load up this next game. Good. Our next game is put out by. Why is it not loading up? What's going on? All right, hold on. Why aren't you working? SNES capture. Would you? Would you? Do you mind? There we go. Mick O'River presents a Mick O'River. It's Aero Fighters. Look at these little sickos. Let's turn the volume up a little bit, shall we? Look, if I had it my way, we'd be playing UN Squadron a whole lot. But if we weren't going to do that, let's play the next best shmup that I can think of. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Sick. Yeah, Mick O'River. What's... If I'm not mistaken, they're American. 1993 presents Aero Fighters. Okay. Let me just... Oh, 92 actually, North America. Okay. I don't know why this has 93 on it then. Maybe it was just close to the year. As far as I can tell, at least, if I got that wrong, whatever, it doesn't matter. Aero Fighters, well known for being an arcade game as well, right? Two-player action. That's a little loud. That's probably better. If it's still really loud, I'll adjust it as we go. I sure have never played a whole lot of Aero Fighters. I've seen this game in magazines. I know this game mostly by way of having unique character pilots. You saw a robot there that just looked like Short Circuit, whatever that robot's name is. Hopefully not as racist in this time, but maybe it will be a little bit. We got a shot, got a bomb. Let's leave it on normal, that's fine. The different kind of pilots you pick are weird little stereotypes, one might say. We have an F-18 for America, an FSX for Japan, AJ-37. These are all real planes. I think this Swedish. Is it Swedish? I'm pretty sure it's Swedish, right? I don't know my flags of Europe that well. Someone, it's Kaon, please help me on this. That's not the Swiss flag. If I'm pretty sure it's the Swedish flag. Because this AJ-37, I believe it's like made by Saab, if I'm not mistaken. They used to make cars. It's Sweden. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, okay. And this is AV-8, of course, hailing from those weird British people making the Harrier jump jet, right? I think all these planes are actually a little bit different, but let's try the Saab Swedish plane. Koful! Look, he's should probably put a shirt on my guy. I have auto fire here to help me out, which is nice. It's a shmup. It's a shmup. I think for what it's worth, this game looks pretty solid for a Super Nintendo game, right? This is, you know, doing everything you need to do. Look at this P for her gun a little bit, right? No bombs. It's, you know, it's not Xevious, right? Come on, there we go. I like that, you know, the planes have different dimensionality when you saw the other side of them. It's alright. Alright. I think we maxed out our weapon already. We're shooting a lot of missiles and projectiles out here. But yeah, I think every pilot in their different planes do have differences to them. I think, you know, movement speed and also weaponry is a little bit different. You don't get to pick your weapon loadout in this game other than picking a pilot, so to my understanding at least. Which is kind of a bummer. Like better shmups do stuff like that, you know? But, you know, for what is ostensibly an arcade shmup, it's not bad, right? I don't know if maybe this game has been toned down a little bit. Let me get that bot really quick. If this game has been toned down graphically, more than likely, but like toned down in difficulty, I'm not sure. I'd have to imagine, you know, shmups, generally speaking, always do get toned down a little bit because of usually just like sprite limits, right? Apollo Diablo, good to have you. Good to see you. This Raiden, oh, Apollo Diablo knows their shmups. This is not Raiden. This is Aero Fighters. You can see the game title. It's right there. I don't have a command for that kind of stuff. I saw you try typing it. These explosions are very rudimentary looking, but that's okay. Ah, no, you don't have to apologize. Come and get me, he says in a Swedish accent. I wouldn't even know what a Swedish accent sounds like, but this man has a helmet that has Viking horns on it. I don't claim to know where the Vikings come from, if they've ever been to Sweden. Perhaps it's kind of got a Hagar. His mayor is. I'm not sure Mike Hagar is from Sweden. It's K-On, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But yeah, like, we will get to Raiden eventually. Raiden? I think we'll say Raiden when it comes to that series. Raiden, Trad, and is the one that I'm aware of. But yeah, we'll get to the Raiden series eventually, El Pollo. I sure played a lot of Raiden on the PlayStation 1, if I'm not mistaken. It's pretty good there. Oh, I like how that little money symbol was a KR for kroner, I believe, which is Swedish money, right? If I play as, you know, like the other characters, like the Japan character will have like a little yen symbol, right? If I'm not mistaken. You play as like the American, it's just like, you know, your typical US dollar, which is a silly little detail, but sure. It's just for points anyways. I will say, this character's weapon sure is covering a lot of ground, right? So, like, this is going pretty easy. I'm not gonna lie. I think the music is pretty banging, I'll say. I find it interesting. Oh, yeah, look at that. It's a unique animation for throwing out a bomb, which I guess technically will make you invincible as you do that, right? Which is kind of always the case when it comes to... I like it when a bomb is like a get out of trouble button, right? You're no match for me, he says. Put a shirt on! I guess we're in Japan now. I think if you play as the other characters, they will start in all these different areas as well. So, like, you know, your first level may vary depending on which character you pick. Which, I don't know. That's fine, right? Also, I'm blowing up these buildings. That's probably not good for civilians, is what I'll say. Ah, shit. Well. Back down to the... No! We goofed it now. We goofed it real bad. Oh, Jesus. You know what? Fine. Just give me these. All right, we're back to full. Cost us a whole lot of lives by accident. Let's not die anymore. I should use the bomb. Oh, God. I got killed by that, I think. Hey, give me. Those missiles don't blow up anything when I shoot that bomb. It's kind of silly. They do home in at least. Okay. Go down, would you? Come on. There we go. We're out of bombs, though. Let me guess. It's no match for me. Oh, you're no challenger. How many permutations of this sentence can Conan? I think his name was. It was Co something. All right. Okay, max out our weapons, so whatever. Not throwing a whole lot of enemies on the screen at once, I'll say, for this game. Not yet, at least. We were playing on the normal difficulty. I wonder if, on a heavier difficulty, if it would actually... Okay, now it's trying to throw some stuff at us. A little bit of slowdown with that, too, but that's okay. It's not egregious, is what I'll say. What was I saying? Right. I don't know if, like, a higher difficulty means more enemies, or if it means more bullets, or perhaps faster bullets being thrown at us by the enemy, right? It's usually one of those factors. Oh, God. Oh, ah, shit. Well, back to our goober gun. Let's get a power up or two. Oh, God. Well, let's try to continue. Oh, wow, you have to play a level over again? Rough! No continues on the spot. Jesus Christ. This game all of a sudden is much harder. Oh, God! You know what? That's one way to get a bunch of power-ups. Just pay it in lives, because a power-up flies out of you, right? Oh, slow down. Okay. This is really helpful. Things seem so... I can't read this right now. There's too many objects and bullets flying at me. I will read that in a bit. I do see you mentioning Twinbee, though, which we ranked. Okay. Come on. God. Okay, you know what? We're not going to get that one. Let's keep our power-ups. Use a bomb. Whoop. Oh my God. Okay, that's interesting. I just realized these yellow bullets, I could actually shoot them out of the air. The red ones you can't, but the yellow ones you can. You can't beat me in that piece of junk. Oh, okay, dude. Okay. Maybe everyone in Sweden only know how to say like a handful of sentences like this. It's their popular Swedish saying, you know? You can't challenge me. But in their native tongue, probably. Yeah. Oh, look at that. I can shoot those bullets. Sure, why not? Again, much like any shmup, right? Like, If you just keep your power-ups, you will survive. Generally speaking. Oh god. Oh my god! Oh, that was rough. Now we're in trouble. I can kind of appreciate how, like, the enemies show, like, when they're almost dead. Like, they blink, right? So, like, there's some sense of, like, health to them that, you know, these games, generally speaking, don't usually show, right? Usually they do... Oh, my God! They'll show it, like, on a boss, right? But, like, not necessarily on, like, a normal, like, enemy, right? Oh, God. Ooh. These are rough hitboxes. Oh, shit. Start over again. In fact, these jets and a lot of these enemies require more than just a couple hits to take it down. It's actually quite different, right? For the majority of these enemies, you do have to tag them with quite a bit. Fuck. Oh my god! We're in trouble now. Let's get these and not get blown up. Back to full power. Let's see if we can keep it this way, right? Oh god. You know, some of these bullet patterns, pretty difficult, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, let's try this again. Oh god. Come on. Oh god. Ugh. Okay. What? Damn it. Oh, god damn it. Also, your bombs get refilled when you die, interestingly enough. That is not typical. I'm not going to say no to it, though. No one's stronger than me. Look, fighting games had really good phrases like this after a round of a fight or something. Maybe Aero Fighters could have taken a couple notes, right? The top of that building just took off like a rocket. I don't know where we are, but... Oh no, we're in Russia. We're absolutely in Russia. Looking at this now. This crazy looking Kremlin building, I guess. Item just popped out of that thing. Oh god! Those are some fast-moving bullets! Jesus Christ! Alright. Oh man, we're back to this. Jesus. Maybe on the hard difficulties, even these enemies even have, like, they take more hits to go down. Man, it is rough when you are at your default gun. God. Jesus! That did not blow anything up. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Okay, we need these. We need these. Oh, God. I will say, if there's one thing for sure, that maybe will take some getting used to. It's the fact that the hitbox on your jet is actually the full sprite. It's not a case where it's like just a pixel in the middle of it or something like that. It's absolutely like any part of your actual full square. Yeah, the Russians seem to have cameras. It's rough out here. Shit. Well, still one. Oh no, there's another one. Jesus, man. Again, these sprite patterns are rough. Oh, okay. The back of the jet also gets you. You know what? I want that back. I mean, of course the back of the jet also gets you. Of course it does. How many stages are there? We've done, what, 6 so far? The time has finally come for me to be the conqueror of this one. A conqueror? It's like, I'm not so sure that's a Q. It looks like a G to me, right? I have no idea how many stages are in this game. But it sure seems like we're bringing some harder enemies. Oh, God. Also, I don't know how many continues I have. And it's not giving me any indicator of such, right? Also, I'm just disregarding all these guys on the right here. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. Oh, fuck you. God. I need... Please, give me your power up. Oh, fuck! Oh my God, this bullet pattern is so fast. Just use your bombs. Just use your bombs. Oh, fuck! Okay, okay. Nope! Whoa! This is rough. Is it infinite continues? It kind of seems like it is, right? It kind of feels like it. I'm not complaining. You know? Oh, God damn it. These are obviously very hard. Ah! You know what? Gotta... Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know how I'm supposed to avoid this. Right? This is a bad time. This is a bad time. Shit, we're out of... Oh, fuck. We're out of continues. That's it. That's it. Back to the Miko River we go. Shit. Are there more pilots? Look at all these characters. I want to play as, like, that funny robot. Do I, like, have to beat the game and unlock them? Or perhaps maybe because I... Nope, that's it. Right, let's rewind. Oh, God. This fucking thing in the middle is a real pain in the ass. Okay, let's crime this. There we go. Let's do another one. Okay. I think that should get us what we need. Now let's not let this guy screw us over. Oh, I gotta pull that. Oh, God damn it. Let's get these things out the side first. Jesus. Jesus. Bloody hell. Your ship just does not move fast enough to avoid some of these bullet patterns. Just rough times. God. Let's stay close. Or not. No, or not. Ugh. Oh, God, there's more? space shuttle if I've ever seen one. Yeah. Can't believe that hit me. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good. I forgot the... Yeah. What the hell? It's just one thing after another in this. Yeah. Oh my god, what is with this? This fucking... It's like every part. The ship. Oh god. Dude, I don't have enough. I can't get away from this. Okay, there we go. Oh. I feel like I'm gonna regret eating this. Apparently this cart costs $2,000 now? What? The SNES cart? There's a skull inside of that rocket! Oh my god. Well. Is that it? Did we win? Did we win? That sure seemed like an end boss, right? Is there anyone... Oh wait, what did that say? Is there anyone on this planet stronger than I am? This guy is still taunting out here. I shall go on to the next planet. What? What? I'm sorry? It's impossible to do it with a jet. Yeah, that's why I'm... What? That's why I'm asking these questions. Keith and Keith are like, I need a vacation. What should I do now? Existential crises for soldiers, let me tell you. This is why the VA is important. What's my next mission? Am I still dreaming? Oh, maybe it's like, that's how you play as these other characters, maybe. It's like, you need a first player and a second player. So, like, they probably share similar, those, like, selection slots, maybe, and are probably, like, similar planes. If I had to guess. If I had to guess, right? Or maybe you play as a different plane, but, like, it takes on the same characteristics in terms of, like, weapons and stuff like that. Oh. From the character select screen, hold down the R button and press stuff. X, Y, A, B. Okay. I think I memorized that. Do I have to do the whole thing? Hold on. Maybe it's the whole thing. I should just look up the code online if I really want to see what that does. Let me pull that up. Aero Fighters SNES code. Oh, maximum continues. Increased to 18. Interesting. So it's code to get you more tries. Sure. There's also an endurance mode. I don't know what that means. You can also play as Rabio. I'm also seeing a code here for super hard mode. This game is pretty hard as it is. I mean, let's try the Rabio code. Who's Rabio, right? Oh, I need a second controller for this one. It's too bad because I have a second controller now, but it's in the other... it's in the drawer, and I have to sync in and all that stuff. Can I just, like, switch to the second gamepad, maybe? No, I can't. That'd be too complicated. That's fine. I think we see enough anyways, right? I think we see enough. Actually, no. One thing I would like to see. Oh, see what this game's like on the hard mode. Just see if it like throws more stuff at you or what. Yeah, we'll try a new character. Let's try the Japan character. Hien. Sure. His plane shoots a shuriken. You know what? Sure. Why not? Why not? Why not? You know? These enemies seem to take the same amount of damage. These projectiles from the enemy. I can't tell if they're faster or not, but... Okay, now they spread out a little bit. Okay, now we have homing missiles, it seems. Now we're shooting kunai! Yeah, different map order. Like I said, so you start with a different character, you start in a different location. You still end up at everything in the same way, more or less, but just a different start. Also, I didn't get hit. What happened? Why didn't... sometimes my gun goes down a power level, and I'm not always certain why. Did I touch a bullet and I didn't realize it, or... I'm not seeing like an ammo meter right now, right? Let's try our bomb. Oh, look at that! It's got a Kamehameha! Okay. Sure. That's more powerful than the other guy's weapon we've been using, I think. I'm still invincible when I use it, so that's good to know, right? Your mission. Bomb the enemy's battleship. Oh, we don't got... Oh, it says, yes, sir. Hien, come on! You're not as sassy as the Sweden guy. What happened? Give me like a fun fighting game character, you know, phrase or something, right? Also, I seem to be down my kunai. Maybe the very last upgrade is time limited, and I'm not aware of it. Maybe, right? So you have to like get another thing to pick it up. It's probably not ammo based. That'd be strange, right? Also, this weapon does not have as nearly large of a spread as that other guy, right? Which I find kind of interesting. But I can't tell if this guy's gun is more powerful or not. Again, I did turn the difficulty up to hard, and as far as I can tell, like, this is not that different. If anything, it feels harder because I don't have as good of a weapon as the last guy, because the other guys had a wider spread, right? You'd think it'd be balanced in a way that, yeah, maybe it does more damage or something, but... Oh, God. Maybe these enemies are tougher. Or at least, you know, maybe some of the bigger enemies. But, like, I'm definitely throwing out less projectiles, right? Like, especially, like, these homing missiles. They might be homing in, but... not nearly throwing out as many missiles as the last character I was playing as, right? These enemy shots seem to be going the same speed. Are there more of them? I cannot tell necessarily either, if I'm being honest. Oh, God. Yeah, I knew that was coming. Kamehameha time. Shit. Yeah. Fuck! Fuck! I need this. I need this! Oh, no! You know what? These are the bomb. Do this. Okay. Yeah, sure. I guess it's some part. Again, it's hard to tell. If I was playing the same character, I'd have an easier time telling, right? Yeah, this is just the Japan guy only says yes, sir. It seems. I think we play enough of this game. It's not bad. You know, as far as most shmups go, I would say on the Super Nintendo, you know, not bad. Not bad. It feels a little unremarkable on the shmup side of things. Or just very baseline, right? It's got all different characters, and yeah, sure they should. You know what? Let's look at the other characters really quick. Real quick. Let's turn back to normal. Let's try the American Keaton. Michael Keaton? No. Yeah, he's got a little laser, sure. Actually, his shots are really slow. What the hell? This guy's plane also seems a bit slower. Does that mean, like, his shots do more damage or something? I can't tell. But, man, his plane seems a lot slower than the last character. Good lord. Okay. Big-looking, almost kind of lasers. Oh, jeez! No, what if I use this? Yeah, maybe it's an all-rounder kind of shot, maybe. It moves really slow. It seems to have, like, some kind of bomb down here. It, like, lingers. Maybe it does, like, extra multiple hitting damage. Maybe. Unlike that Hien guy's homing missile, while, again, homing good. Amount of damage you output, not exactly great. This little red, like a napalm bomb kind of a thing, is kind of interesting. It pierces, which is nice, right? The fact it, like, goes through enemies when your shots typically don't. That's interesting, I'll say. You know, the missiles definitely didn't do that. But... Nope! Oh, goddamn, I did again. Oh! They seem to go at quite a distance, at least. Right? Well, there we go. It's not bad. It's interesting, I guess. Let's try the last character we haven't tried yet, right? Oi, the Mako River. Back in the old country. Which one didn't we try? Right, the British one. Let's look at this fucking guy. This guy loves the Queen, and I'm super not into that. Oh, this guy is a lot slower. Ooh, real slow. Let's hope to God his damage output is better. Also, we're starting the same map as the last time. It's interesting, I guess. Alright. He was at the Falklands. Yeah. Oh. Christ. Give me... Okay, it's a good-looking spread gun, at least. These missiles I'm shooting, though, do they do anything special, or are they... Definitely not throwing out a lot of projectiles. Okay. Seem to make contact and just explode. Am I doing more damage? I don't know. Maybe? I can't fully tell. Maybe a bit. This game definitely does the thing where it's like the closer you are to an enemy, the more damage you do. Because you'll technically shoot more rapid projectiles when they're, you know, you can only shoot so many projectiles on the screen at once. So, like, the more you can shoot, the better, which means getting closer to something, right? So that... Oh, God. That's interesting. I do not have invincibility with my bombs. That's not good. So, like, here, I'm using my bombs, right? I still get killed, whereas with their characters, I had iframes, essentially, right? Oh, God. This slowdown is helping me out. I guess the bonus here to that bomb is I don't really have to aim it. Whereas with the other characters, you do, right? You cowards, you took my girlfriend as a hostage. Wow. A deep story on this guy. Yeah, the money symbol changes depending on your nationality. That's right. It's very silly. It's a small detail. It's kind of fun. Like when I played as the guy from Sweden, it was a KR for Cronin, right? Or Kroner, right? Silly details. Sure. Oh, God. This guy is so slow, though. I hate it. Also, not having iframes, I don't love either. Crud. Anyways. I think that's enough. I still think we played as the best character, which was the guy from Sweden. The Japan character, I didn't love their shot either. Their special was good. Their bomb, right? That big beam. That was cool. But anyways. Aero Fighters. 92. Let me double check that. I'm pretty sure I got that right. Nope. Wrong screen. Sorry. Yeah, maybe it was 92 in arcade. It's 93. It was 93 in the SNES. I've seen it here. Yeah. 93. No, 94. 94 for US. That's the version we play. There's that Mick River. Published by. Oi, the Mick River. What else did you work on? Oh. They made these volleyball games. I've seen this. Hyper V-Ball. It's like a side... It's like 2D side profile volleyball. Oh my god. Also, look at this box art. Look at this. I gotta play this. I forgot about this game. You haven't even looked at the actual game yet. Here we go. Yeah, it looks like this. I don't know if you've ever seen this. Oh, look at this Ubisoft logo. Good lord. Yeah, it's like direct side angle volleyball. It's like full team volleyball too, right? Like not your, 2v2 beach volleyball. This is real Olympic style. Oh my god, it's that robot? Are these robots? It's the Hyper Referee. Oh my, okay. Okay. I mean, it is called Hyper V-Ball after all. Look at all these different countries. The EUN? What is that? What's that? These are probably the special... the Turbo Forces here. The Iron Fangs. Okay. Okay. Sure. Why not? RoboCop also loves to play volleyball. And this lady. Shit. Why am I not playing this game right now? These are fun. I don't know. Okay, Mick O'River. Publishing. The only publishing. Video System made this. I guess. I don't know who this is. Wow, they made a lot of F1 games. Whether or not they're good or not, I don't know. I think those F1 games are like top-down, Mode 7, like, what if, you know, Super Spy Hunter had like turning and stuff? Little crash race. Let me guess, Power Spikes is probably similar. No screenshots. Super Volley Space Ball. It's probably a typo. Yeah, this looks similar. But for the Sega Genesis, I guess. Or no, arcade, sorry. No robots in this one. At least according to these screenshots. So. Alright. Let's read this game. Stop messing around. But here in 94, right? Yeah, 94 in America. So, let's use that. Let's get to the point. Is this game better or worse than Super Strikey? It's not as good. It's not as good. This game is not even as good as Spriggan Powered, right? The characters just seem too unbalanced, right? I would not necessarily call their mechanics that interesting either, right? Everyone knows it's like, yeah, spread guns are always better for shmups or any kind of shooter, right? Or scrolling shooter, I should say. They don't make enough of a point to give you a reason why you should play as a slower character or a character with a what is supposed to be a stronger gun, right? It just seems like they could have given that a little more thought. Maybe in the future Aero Fighters games they do. Obviously the second one and the third one. If I'm not mistaken, Aero Fighters 2, I think is... What's the rest of this series look like? Right, Sonic Wings is the other name of this game in Japan, if I'm not mistaken. Right, Aero Fighters 2 is the one that came out on the Neo Geo systems. It's also on Switch. Really want to play it. Aero Fighters 3 also was Neo Geo arcades, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. And then Aero Fighters Assault on the N64. Ooh boy. In 1998. Good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, Reunion and Sonic Wings Special? Sonic Wings Special. Oh, Sega Saturn. Got its own version. Sure. Put out by... Oh, also an arcade. Oh no, also in PlayStation, but Japan only. Put out by Hamster. Yeah, alright. Seemed to be ported later to North American shores, but not at the time. And then Sonic Wings Reunion, which appears to be out on Steam and stuff, if I'm not mistaken. And it's got all of them crazy characters. I'm seeing screenshots of them. Anyway. Yeah, I don't have a history with this series. I can see why maybe this is the first one, right? A good base of a shmup, but you know, again, I know most of the personality comes from like picking the different characters in the Neo Geo game and stuff. This game is notable for having a dolphin pilot you can pick later on. I've seen screenshots of that. But as a shmup, I would say this is not better than Spriggan, right? This is absolutely not better than Desert Strike Return of the Gulf. It's no Super Smash TV. That game is great. Only 130, but that game is great. I would not call this game better than... Yeah, it's not better than Final Fight. Is it? Hold on. What is Aero Fighters better than? Is this game better than Phalanx? Phalanx is also kind of mid, right? Pretty mid. It's got that cool banjo guy in the cover, but it's not what we're ranking. Right? Is this better than the Ninja Gaiden trilogy? There's Metal Warriors, the bad Cybernator ripoff that I hate. I don't hate it. It's just not as good. Another shmup. Okay, there we go. Shojikyu Yosai Macross Scramble Valkyrie. Pretty mid. It's pretty mid. It's got that one mechanic for, like, you know, hypnotizing an enemy to work for you and stuff, but it's not. Actually, you know what? Here's what I'll say about Macross Scramble Valkyrie. I think the power-ups in this game, the different weapons, are at least more interesting, right? Yeah. It is. Macross Scramble Valkyrie is better than Aero Fighters. Yeah. I have no problem with saying that. I'd rather play MechWarrior 3050. I think Knights of the Round is better as well. I think Phalanx is better. More weapon variety and stuff too, right? It's got a Gradius-style power-up system. It's just, you know, the design of everything other than the ship and the intro. Remember, like, the intro, it does, like, the plane. It's got a cool design, and it, like, Mode 7s at you and stuff like that. And it's got that intro where you, like, start in, like, first person. That looks cool. Overall, rest of the game is kind of, right? Yeah. Yeah. Macross Scramble Valkyrie is a better shmup. Horizontal shmup, but you know what I mean. I think Super Tennis is also a better game than Aero Fighters. I think we're in the zone now. Is Lemmings better than Aero Fighters? Again, what's not better? Is Magic Sword better than Aero Fighters? Magic Sword is pretty cool, actually. Doom better? I don't know about that one, right? A Celebrid is definitely not better than Aero Fighters. Which is unfortunate, because this game is trying to do something pretty unique, right? Execution is a little mid, unfortunately, and not that exciting. Even with the way it looks and the things it tries to do with going like a mech mode and a jet mode and different weapons and stuff like that. Yeah, Aero Fighters is better than a Celebrid. It's also better than Jurassic Park. It's better than Super Back to the Future 2, which I learned only recently. The composer for Final Fantasy Tactics helped arrange the music for Super Back to the Future 2 Part 2. That's kind of crazy. But it's true. I don't remember what their name is. I think the 200s is way too low for Aero Fighters. I agree. I agree. I think it's better than Magic Sword. I think it's better than Rampart. I think it's better than Doom. I think this is about here. It's definitely not better than Super Tennis. Char Waters New Horizons is so fucking dry. Power Load Runner, I would argue, is also dry because Load Runner in itself as a concept is kind of dry, but it puts a lot of really neat aesthetics around it. I could say the same thing about New Horizons. That weird rock, paper, scissors dueling action is not that fun, though. Top Gear 3000 looks kind of like butt. And sounds like it doesn't have the cool music from the first game. Lemmings is pretty dry, but an otherwise still legendary game, in my opinion. I think Aero Fighters is better than Melfin Stories. think it's also better than Top Gear 3000. I think it's better than... I still really like Lemmings. These 3 games are all very dry. I almost said boring, but that's an overreach, right? That's an overreach. I think like, here's what I wish about Aero Fighters. I just wish the characters were more interesting to play as. Aesthetically, it's all pretty good, right? The shmup part of it is the weakest part about it, if we're being honest. The bullets are way too fast, right? In some cases, and unavoidable with some of the patterns it throws at you. You kind of cheese it just by virtue of, one, you get bombs every time you die, so you get 2 bombs back, and also you let loose a power-up that you can pick up, so it almost benefits you to die multiple times, so you can like get at least 2 or 3 power-ups, right, to stay in a chance of fighting whatever it is you're going up against. It's kind of weird, right? It definitely does the thing where, you know, if you lose all your power-ups in a shmup, you're toast. You're super dead. Especially if you're playing as one of those other characters that you move way too slow to avoid some of those bullet patterns. Like, it's not happening. I could maybe make a better excuse for liking Aero Fighters if it did the thing where it's like your entire plane's sprite. Oh, that was just my controller turning off. If your entire plane's sprite was not a hitbox, right? Like if it was just like a smaller bunch of pixels in the center of it or something, right? That would have made these bullet patterns more than acceptable if that was the case. Even though I'm using a D-pad, I could absolutely see myself being able to finesse that better, right? Because the plane sprite is actually pretty big in this game, for being honest, which is fine, right? But then you have to do a thing like I said, right? Like make the hitbox more of a dot. It doesn't have to be like a tiny pixel, but just smaller, right? That's part of the balancing of what makes a shmup feel good or not. But also having like a set speed, right, for every single one of these pilots separately. It could have told me that also ahead of time, which would have been nice. Again, gives you no information for like what your pilot's strengths and stuff are, even like what its weapon loadout would be, or anything like this, right? It's actually pretty weak, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I think Aero Fighters is worse than Lemmings. But I think it's, you know, after going through all that, I think it's also worse than Top Gear 3000. But I think it's better than Meltman Stories. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. I also wish I could have paid more attention to the music in Aero Fighters. You know, you're constantly having those shots go over top of it. It's really hard. That's the hardest part about a lot of shmups, right? When your bullets and the explosions going off and stuff like that. It's really hard to hear and pay attention to the music. And a lot of these shmups, a lot of them have really good music in them. But it has to... The way it has to moderate that is by moderating a level's design to how it throws music at you, right? So, like, I think a lot about, say, Gradius, how it, like, levels take pause and stop throwing enemies at you as it, like, transitions between scene to scene, and will try to do something cinematic in that, right? It's kind of an underrated part about a lot of shmups, is when it controls its pacing rather than just constantly throwing enemies at you non-stop until the boss, essentially, right? So yeah, that's where I'm at with this. 195. That's fine. It could be better. It could be better. Should we do another one? What time is it? 9:30. I took more time on Aero Fighters, I thought. Again, like, it's not a bad game. It's just it's interesting. It's interesting knowing how many of these they made. But, you know, ultimately, I think it still could have done a lot better out the gate, even as the first one. Okay. I could play another military air combat sim, but I get the feeling these two might take longer than I thought. Because I took more time than I wanted on Aero Fighters, so let's make this the last one. This other game that I have here, which is also a shmup, actually. Here we go. Let's reset this. AD 2008. Well, we're well beyond that in real life. This is a little satellite. Nope, not anymore. This game is doing a hot for teacher drums out the gate. Ooh, look at this Mode 7 cutscene stuff. It's like that. It's like beginning of Star Wars or something. Brought my pencil. No, that's a different song. It's a different song. It's kind of rad, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, you like anime? Jane and Mark. Rank technical. Rank master. Oh, wow, look at this. Mode 7. Strike Gunner. That's an F-14 Tomcat if I've ever seen one. From the future. Strike Gunner S.T.G is the name of this game. This was released in 1992 in North America and other regions by VAP. Shit. Also, I forgot. I lost connection to my controller, so I got to restart that real quick. 1 second. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. Okay. Level 1? 4? I'm gonna guess that's difficulty. Let's turn these lives all the way up to 9, I guess. I don't know. This was defaulting on 0, wasn't it? Hold on. No, it defaulted on 1. Okay. Out of 4. So it's on the easy setting as opposed to very easy and then hard and very hard, I guess. Let's leave it on 1. It defaulted. Okay. Strike Gunner S.T.G. I also had this game growing up on my special Super Nintendo. Probably a much lesser known product. And most shmups get to choose a weapon out the gate. Let's pick the Heavy Vulcan to start. Here we go. It's a shmup. It's got this sick music though. This ripping guitar riff. The way this gun shoots is very, very Capcom 1942. If I say for myself. Okay, now we have a blue little laser thing that shoots a lot slower. Does it do more damage? I don't know. Maybe. As you can see here, if I get closer to something, my shots expire faster, and therefore I shoot faster, as opposed to being back here, right? Both these missiles, so why not? This is clearly taking a very bland approach to the shmup, I must say. But I can use my special weapon. This is my Vulcan cannon that we picked, right? All I'm doing is pressing the A button. Okay, our shots are a little faster now, it seems. For that pickup. Not a high amount of density out the gate for enemies. Just a lot of these very standard looking helicopters. These explosion sound effects are pretty pleasing though, I gotta say. These little like kind of like sound. Seems like a NES game with fancy graphics. Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. That refilled our Vulcan cannon. You can see there on the left. There's a lot of UI happening on the edges of the screen, but all you gotta worry about is the how many lives you have in that little meter that tells you how much energy your Vulcan cannon has. Notably, I can shoot both of these guns at the same time. You do not get iframes like in the last game, you know. But your spare weapon, you know, doesn't run out that fast, at least not with this gun, which is nice. Like, again, rip up an enemy real good if you want. You seem to get quite a few pickups, so you should use it, right? Should absolutely use it. Also, a shot upgrade again, but can't shoot a lot of them on the screen yet, so probably one more pickup to go. No spread gun, funny enough, right? Pretty stock, standard looking shot for your basic gun, right? This game seems to want you to focus more in terms of like the pattern of these enemies coming down at you rather than bullet hell, you know, kind of bullet density of things to avoid. All these enemies also one hit. Also, listen to the sound that makes. If you let... It's a good sound for this explosion. You don't hear it if you keep shooting your gun, but... Yeah, you're... Come on. That's pretty sick. This music's okay. I just like that kind of like sound this makes. But you kind of have to let it ring out. You can't shoot over top of it. Just kind of weird. It's like this game simultaneously, you can tell, like, they have some ideas. Alright, now our gun is a little more consistent. A lot more consistent. Alright, boss time. These backgrounds are very boring, that is for sure, right? Could use a little more juice for that. We'll see, this is only the first level, right? Okay. Come on. I don't have any other targets I can shoot. And the screen is not scrolling up so I can shoot the rest of these guns. There we go. Shoot the nose here. Easy. That's the first boss, right? Kind of like you have your little jet, you gotta dock on that big one. That's fun. Attack next stage. Alright. Now we get to choose another weapon. As you can see here, I can pick this one again, right? I think that's kind of interesting. Try this adhesive bomb, I guess. Same background. Different music. I mean, this music goes. I'll say that much. It would have been nice if we had a different thing happening to the stage, but still the same helicopters and these trees still continue to go forever. low density of enemies. Which should change over time, right? I guess ideally I could have also picked a higher difficulty, right? Explosive bombs. Get out of here. God. Yeah! Well, we just lost all of our gun power-ups, sadly. That thing took a lot of hits. Still flying over a plate of broccoli. Yeah, I guess. Guess so. I don't know why I would upgrade my gun. This one shoots faster than all the upgrades I need in between. As far as I could tell, we're doing more or less the same amount of damage, unless that boss really could have been faster if I had my other one. You seem to get power-ups at a decent enough clip, at least. This gun is still doing work. I don't know if that has to do with, you know, the difficulty we're playing on necessarily, but... More guns, come on. Oh god. Okay, now we're getting a lot of enemies on screen. Once you let one go, it's like you gotta move in a significant way to dodge a bullet, which is what allows more enemies on screen because you're not in the right position to handle them, right? Again, that's just good shmup design, right? A bad shmup will throw too many enemies in weird intervals at you, right? And control that in a way that's either too chaotic or not chaotic enough, right? Also, there's a long stretch just to throw this big guy at us. Valentine, how's it going? Good to see you. Took me an embarrassing amount of time to realize those are helicopters and just instead of random spinning blades. Yeah. Yeah. Ah, shit, I just died. What else could they have been, right? Like weird circular knife enemies. I don't know. Who could say? Oh god. It's very clear what... Oh god. Like what pattern these enemies are recognizably when they come at you, which is... interesting. But maybe the pacing of this shmup should be better. Oh my god! We're out of the broccoli. It's Kaon. We're now at chocolate pudding. Oh my god, tanks! Where are the helicopters? They're still here. But just tanks now too. Again, the slow rolling of enemy patterns and stuff at you in this game. Maybe a little too slow. Also, look at this guy! Come on. It's the Choco Pro Wrestling. Yes. We are flying through the Ichigaya Square right now. It's Kaon. Crap. Also, I died there, but like respawn exactly in the same spot almost immediately. It's weird. Like you don't fly up off screen or something when you die. I just realized. I can shoot these missiles out there. Huh? Yeah. Okay, great. Now our gun is super slow. Great if you threw me another one. Oh my god. Oh my god! Oh god. Oh god, well... again, our gun was so slow at shooting. So I couldn't pull up all these missiles. There's a lot of missiles, too. Oh my god, please blow up. Oh god. Ooh. Well, we died, but we still survived. Great. This game isn't terrible. I think this game is maybe a little lacking, right? Spray missile. Yeah, no spread gun. The basic shot in this game is very boring. I've never fully upgraded it, or at least I don't remember what it's like on a full upgrade. Let's see if we can actually get it. If I die again, I'll rewind out of it so we can actually see what maybe the final gun upgrade looks like. If it's just this, but it's blue and it does more damage, that might be it. That's pretty boring, but I guess we'll see. The fact the upgrades don't come out of enemies, and like it seems to be comes at like very much like times when it's like a cooldown, right? Like it's a little awkward. Like I said, even with the last game with Aero Fighters, right? Like it's nice when a game gives its pacing to the action more time to let it breathe, but it has to do something in between, right? Whether it's transitioning the, visuals of what you're flying over top of, whether it's a music change, right? Sure, it's sometimes just throwing like a new enemy at us that's like a big jet that you gotta blow up and stuff. That's good. But this game is maybe taking too much time, one might say, in terms of its pacing. It could be doing a little more, right? Also, we still don't have a gun upgrade. We played through like probably a good chunk of this stage. There's nothing on the map that you're actually shooting either. Like, yeah, these tanks are like moving on little craters and stuff, but these shmups usually have like buildings you can blow up, or like turrets that are like part of the map, usually, right? This game no, just big old flat surface. Nothing more, right? Which is, again, kind of boring. Sometimes you get these missiles flying out of the air at you, which, okay, I guess, but that was energy. Also, what is our weapon anyways? Oh, alright, it's red missiles. Sure. Oh, we got a 1-up, I guess. Hey. You mind? Yeah. Oh god. Oh god. Ooh. There we go. Still no weapon upgrade. Maybe I'll get one now. There we go. I got our slow-ass laser now. It's not good. We just died. Great. And the pacing of this could be better, right? It's simultaneously not throwing enough at me, and at times doing too much of the same thing, right? Whether it's like too many similar attack patterns of these enemies, especially these helicopters. We've only run into like 3 kinds of like swarm kind of enemies. Oh, maybe make that 3 now. These missile trucks. Oh, and 4 with these turrets. I lied. Maybe it's 5. There were jets we shot at before that had a pattern different than the helicopters. Oh, I'm saying the enemy variety is a little low in this game, essentially, right? This makes that fun explosion sound. You ever try playing a shmup for accuracy? Some of them have an accuracy rating, right? So like you're not just holding onto the shoot button nonstop for the whole entire stage. I think like a lot of more hardcore shmups tend to do that, right? Great. Refilled our energy for our weapon. Great. Finally, a shot that makes sense at a normal rate. I'm just gonna keep jamming this A button. Here's one thing I'll say. I do. God, it's really hard to see the enemy projectiles sometimes. What I was actually trying to say was, I can... Oh my god, stop it. Jesus. It is really hard to see that tank shot. Anyways, what was I trying to say? I was trying to say, I can kind of appreciate how much ammo it gives me for these special weapons, but it also means I'm just jamming on it. I've got it on a turbo button right now, but I was able to shoot a lot of missiles there. Maybe that's more what I should be doing, right? Not rationing it as nearly as much. Even I've been relatively, you know, I've been able to like keep that meter pretty full, generally speaking. But it probably depends on what weapons you choose, right? Like Mega Beam Cannon, I'm gonna guess you don't get a lot of shots of that, right? Let's try the homing missile. All right, we're in the desert now. More chocolate. More helicopters. This other music tune. Wait, what? We died? When did we die? The fuck? Did I die against this guy at some point? That's what it say. Alright, let's speed back up. There we go. God, you get maybe like 2 gun upgrades for an entire stage. It's really not that much. The first stage, I feel like we got more, but I don't know. I also don't know how many stages are in this game. Also, we're over water, finally. Oh, boats! Also, apparently cannot fly over top of them. Boats and jets. Wow. Really throwing quite the buffet at us now. Right. Homing missiles. It's not bad. They kind of fly in a funny pattern. But we got quite a few of them. You know, the more I think about with this game, the more I use just my special weapons. That might be the big differentiator here, right? Like the design language of this game wanting you to use these special weapons more often than, like, you know, than you think. Like, those pickups refill it to full regardless, I'm pretty sure. So it's not like, you know, it's not like you only get like a bit of ammo. You get like a full bar, I think. And like, I can appreciate that. I think it's maybe interesting that, you know, you only can pick one weapon at a time, given these constraints. the fact you can't pick the same weapon every time is a weird restriction, but one that makes you at least think about it. But if you don't know the level or something, maybe that becomes kind of weird and awkward, right? It's like, is there any strategy to that if you know what boss is coming up? Right? Let's look at that. Now we're full on homing missiles again. Come on. There we go. You know what actually would really improve the pacing of this game? If it scrolled at a faster speed. Like, these enemies can come at you at the same speed, you can move at the same speed, but if the background moved at a faster pace, it might make this game actually more interesting. Or even, like, varied it every now and then, right? Like, slow to fast and, you know, changing that up. Even that, I think, would increase the... like, just make the game look more dynamic, right? The idea of a hot air balloon shmup is pretty good. That's just Res, or Panzer Dragoon, Del Focus. That's what that is. Those games are exciting as hell, so, you know. Look at that, we have so much missile ammo and have been using it. You're also just getting a lot of it in this stage for some reason. I don't know why. Burmick, welcome. I'll read your thing in just a sec. Speed changes make activities more interesting. It's true! Sometimes you want speed, and sometimes you want less. I don't know, what else to say? What do you want? I think this homing missile is really good for shooting behind me when these boats pop up. Again, maybe some strategy there, right? Just, oh, you know, it's like this is a map where that happens frequently, so get something you can shoot behind, right? Otherwise, you know, areas like this, I wouldn't call this necessarily super exciting. Alright, we got a gun upgrade. One more after this is as far as we got, right? Like, God, I'll fix my headphones. I do not expect this gun to get better than this. It'll shoot faster and that's it. I don't believe for a second it'll have like another kind of upgrade on top. Classic carrier as an enemy, right? This game, it just wants to be 1942, right? Oh god, those missiles are coming at me from the side. That's kind of interesting. I don't know. Damn it. God damn it! Torpedo things are on the other side. Can't reach them right now. Oh, Jesus. Here we go. There we go. I think I'm ready to rank this. Let's see a bit of the next stage. Get one more. Let's see if we can get a couple more gun power-ups. Let's try a heat arrow. What's heat arrow? The other one seemed pretty obvious. Some were a shield and stuff. That's kind of interesting. Oh, okay. It's the radial attack. Oh, this definitely uses up ammo a little more, I'll say. That's interesting. Also, I think we're going to space now. Those weird space lasers now coming after us. This music is still, unfortunately, the same. I can't tell if we're, like, above snow or clouds, but, you know. It's fine. Again, the pacing of this action is terrible, though. This is, like, too far in the opposite direction of what I talked about, of why Gradius is really exciting and cinematic in ways, right? Like, those missiles didn't even turn at me. Like, what? What are we doing here? It's just... What? Why would you make it this way? Oh, now space shuttles have to come up and give us ammo rather than those bombers before, right? The stealth jet bombers. Alright. We've maxed out our gun, I think. Also, we are now blowing up the space shuttles as well. NASA can't be too happy about that. Really significantly reduce the amount of enemies on screen, huh? What are these? These are just satellites now, I guess. Extremely slow-moving satellites that still die in one hit. I know sometimes I play some of these games for longer than I should. It's really me just grasping at, like, there has to be something more, right? I want to give these games more meaning, right? Than maybe what's available. Not every game has to be good, obviously, but like this, I'd like to want to try to give games a chance, right? Like, look at this. Now we're, like, eclipsing out of the Earth into orbit. Like, great. It could have done this at, like, twice the pace of us reaching here, though. Right? This is where Mayor Mike wanted to go. That's true. I still don't remember that guy's actual name. It was Co something. That's all I remember. Also, this weapon is not too good for this stage, I don't think. Maybe? I don't know. We've yet to really get surrounded really badly. These explosions sound cool still, at least. Even in space! Great. What's next? Cool UFOs? More satellites. Ah! Oh. Just... What are these supposed to be? little pods with just turrets inside, I guess. I don't know. Okay, now I'm starting... Oh, God. I'm trying to see maybe... Oh, God damn it. Maybe picking this weapon was a good idea. Going up these extra little satellites, not the easiest, but sure are kicking my ass because I'm not paying attention to when they're actually shooting. Just gotta keep moving, right? Oh, well, not into it, though. It doesn't seem like shooting these extra satellites makes less of them show up, necessarily. I think, just focus in on its main core. Ugh! Damn it. Ah! So I've run out of ammo for the first time. Pretty special. There we go. Where do we go now? To another planet? I don't know. How many stages or deep are we? This is like, what, maybe 5? Alright, let's try the Mega Beam Cannon. This will be the last one. I doubt we'll even play the rest of this. Ooh, asteroids, of course. Also, different music. Finally. Is it good music? I don't know about that. Oh, man, there's a weird turret eyeball thing behind that asteroid. Sure. I guess. This sounds like shit. I'm not gonna lie. This sounds terrible. That was a gun upgrade. It did not actually upgrade our gun. I think we've reached the limit of it, as I expected. I guess I'll see what the Mega Beam Cannon does. Oh, look at that. And that's it. We are out of ammo. You got 1. And that's it. Hold on. Let's see if we can save it for that. Oh, no. Let's try and save it for that boss that we were coming up on. Maybe it's actually a one-hit kill. I don't know. I guess let's see. Oh, these things are not that hard. I thought they'd be tougher than that. Slowly crawl to whatever's in front of us. I don't know. Or normal enemies. Great. Again, these enemies are just not that interesting. I think it's cool they're like UFOs, at least. I just want to use my Mega Beam Cannon on something big. Oh, well, we just got more ammo for it. More ammo. Alright, this thing looks big. No, not quite. It died immediately! Well. MicroProse like, I think this song's actually pretty sick. It's wow, 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 wow. Dulcet tones, apparently, are doing it for Procimian. These enemies need to do something better, though. missiles. Yep. Really, just throw the boss at me, would you? Like, come on. They've really said no. That like for a while when we had the tanks and the helicopters coming at us, right? Like decent amount of like enemy density to difficulty of like bullets coming at you. This is really falling off. I don't know if it's because it expects me to like have a worse gun, right? Like this main cannon that I'm shooting, like is it too powerful? It doesn't feel like it, right? I've had the Mega Beam cannon this whole stage, and I haven't fired it because I'm expecting a boss. All right, here we go. Finally. Here we go. Well, at least that rules. Let's try without using that. Let's see what happens. I would not call this boss pattern enthralling right now. In fact, I would call this extremely weak. Oh, look! Finally, something behind us. Okay. Okay. You know what? You have iframes when you shoot that, at least. I think it's really funny that thing is a one-hit kill. That's really funny. I wonder if I could have said that it's like, I don't know if I'm at the end boss or what, right? Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess I have to take the atomic missile now, right? We're just in space now. Like, this is... Oh, more different music. Oh, wow, look at that. You get a few shots of this. It's not bad. Right? Big atomic explosion. I'll say that much. Alright, that's enough of this game. We've seen more than enough of Strike Gunner S.T.G, I'll say. It's not bad. Maybe? Maybe. I've seen better, right? Ooh, my screen just flickered. I don't know why it did that. I think we're okay. Yeah, we're okay. We'll just copy and paste this real quick. The music is not bad. I didn't like that one song when Gross Sibian sure did. And that's fine. It's not futz around too much. Is this better or worse than Aero Fighters? It's simultaneously boring, but it's simultaneously more exciting. Does that make sense? To Aero Fighters? Like, to where Aero Fighters wins on aesthetics and the ability to bring excitement to the variety of what's happening in a stage, generally speaking, right? Just by factor of having more stuff happening in the background of it, of a stage, right? Just better stage design. Better pacing of it throwing enemies at you. In some ways. Right? Having a main gun that was different, depending which pilot you picked, at least. That's cool. But I like the way Strike Gunner S.T.G makes you pick a weapon out the gate. I think that part's really interesting, and you can't pick it anymore, right? So it's like, if you're gonna save that like mega cannon thing, you better make sure you save for a boss that's really hard, right? Right? I would assume the same with that atomic bomb thing, probably. Requires some like forethought in that way, and I don't always love that, but like, you know, they assume you're going to replay these games more than you are going to just one and done. That's it, right? Generally speaking. I kind of get it. This game is 2-player at least as well. I do wonder if it throws more enemies at you, if that's the case. Because there is not that many enemies being thrown at you even in 1-player, right? As you bring a 2nd player in, you're essentially doubling your firepower. It should throw more enemies at you if that's the case. Actually, that makes me think. Hold on. Oh shit, right. I put the controller down. It's gonna have to restart the game. Hold on. Or restart the Super Nintendo, I mean. I'm gonna pick also the highest difficulty. Let's just see what happens. I'm also going to pick 2-player start. Let's just pick the heavy volume again. That's fine. Okay, so the 2nd player we need to pick something. Just let that time through. Oh my god, what? Okay, my gun is smaller. That's interesting. Also, I pressed the Y button. The 2nd player is now attached to my hip. Also, these enemy shots are absolutely faster at this harder difficulty. I'm going to guess if the 2nd player... Oh my god, these are really fast bullets. Jesus! Jesus! I'm going to guess if the 2nd player was... Oh god. Ooh. Ah, god! If the 2nd player was shooting, it would probably be shooting another bunch of bullets. God. This is pretty interesting, I'll say. Although, I can kind of cheese iframes by connecting and reconnecting like this. Right? I don't think I have... Oh no! Maybe, hold on. My partner definitely has iframes when they're blinking like this, right? Hold on, let me wait for like an enemy projectile or something to come at me. I do not have iframes. Okay. Maybe on connection, but not on... No, you absolutely do not. But your buddy does, kind of, a little bit. Not really. That's interesting. Is that practical? I don't know. It's Can. Look, you can transform though with the 2nd player. That's kind of interesting. I don't know. And you can connect in different ways. Like, hold on. You press X button, you're connected side to side like this. But if you press the Y button, you connect like horizontally for some reason. I'm gonna guess the 2nd player has maybe a different gun as a result. Maybe? I don't know. Is that better? Interesting. Ooh, look at this album art. I mean, box art. Sorry. I don't care about the story. It's fine. Press Y to start a vertical combination attack in 2-player mode. Press to start a side-by-side combination attack. Right? We were doing that. Tell me more about this. Vertical combination attack. If either of the 2 players presses Y in 2-player mode, combine vertically, enabling them to attack as one fighter. The player who pressed Y will have the front flyer, the other will have the rear. Front player can move the combined fighter. Attack with special weapons by pressing A. Yeah, it's normal. The rear player is equipped with a powerful weapon, the Vulcan, which can shoot bombs omnidirectionally. What? Use the control pad to shoot selected. Wow, this is like basically become a turret gunner. Separate 2 fighters. The front player must press Y again. Okay. Press the button X in 2-player mode. The fighters will be combined side by side, enabling to attack as one. Yep. Player press X will have left. The other player have right. The left player can move the combined fighter. All the normal stuff. Right player is armed with the Vulcan, which covers a wide range. To fire the Vulcan, press the B button. So you get a spread gun if you go side-by-side mode. But it's only operated by the second player. Same thing with the turret. That's very interesting, actually. Huh. Interesting. Okay. I guess also there's a speed up unit. That does make sense. My jet was going faster over time. I did not know why. Huh. Make it through the 6th stage. The challenge continues to the 7th and 8th stages. So there are 8 stages in total, apparently. So we were actually pretty close to the end. What's that? NTV International. Huh. I've never heard of the developers of this game. Huh. Here's what I'll say. Those combination modes are pretty cool, but they should have figured a way to make that work in single player, right? It'd be kind of impossible given what's on a Super Nintendo controller. Obviously, you don't have analog sticks or something like this, right? You could have done something, right? Like L and R was not used for anything. They want to make it so that like you had different shots if you're able to like have an option follow you around, perhaps, right? That'd be cool. They should have figured something out that's like core to the single player game, because they can't just assume they can have a second player. I had no idea that stuff in you. I owned this game growing up. I did not remember that vertical and horizontal combination attack stuff at all. So that's neat. But is it good? I mean, let's put it this way. It's better than my original assessment. I'll say that. But I didn't even answer the question. Is Strike Gunner S.T.G better or worse than Aero Fighters? I think Aero Fighters is a better game. If that combination attack stuff was more well worked into possibly the single player mode, you know, yeah, I think I could see that being better than Aero Fighters. I think the way this game wants you to focus on using your special weapon more, or considering it more from level to level, I think is interesting, right? I do not mind the way this game sounds. I don't mind the way it generally looks, other than having the really boring stages, right? Uninspired, right? And also uninspired enemies being thrown at you. Granted, I was playing on that default difficulty, right? As soon as I turned that up to level 4, those enemy shots were arguably too much. Probably playing this on 2 or 3 is probably the compromise, right? It's probably the compromise that you're looking for. Make this game at least a little more exciting and a little less dry, right? But that being said, Aero Fighters is still the better game. I think Magic Sword's also a better game. I think Jurassic Park is a better game. Is it better or worse than a Celebrid, though? Where's Alcahest? I don't love that one. What's better than Strike Gunner S.T.G? I think Psycho Dream is better than Strike Gunner S.T.G. I think Soldiers of Fortune is better than Strike Gunner S.T.G. I'm not sure if Hunt for Red October is better than Strike Gunner S.T.G. But there's Arcus Spirits. I wanted to like this game more than it is. Its mechanics are with shield and stuff are just too busted. No, yeah. Strike Gunner S.T.G. is better than the Hunt for Red October. It's better than Battletoads Double Dragon, though? I don't think Strike Gunner S.T.G. is better than Mutant Fighter. Is it better than Skyblazer? I really did not like Skyblazer's movement. It was really fucked up. Not just because of the acceleration, but like the way the jump works in that game is real messy, right? It feels very unrefined. Here's what, like, Strike Gunner just needs more interesting level design. That's really it. That's really it. Better level design and more aesthetic flash. At its core, not terrible. Not terrible. I think both Skyblazer and Battletoads are doing more, right? Oh, that's not it. $238 for Strike Gunner S.T.G. in my opinion. That's too bad. I was hoping, you know, a mild nostalgia hit on this because I owned it growing up and stuff. But yeah, no, it's just as as I remember. Just too bad. You know, actually, is Hunt for Red October better in this game? Hunt for Red October has like all the different missiles going different ways. It's got the Kraken. Kaon says no. Battletoads Double Dragon's pretty bad, but at least it tries to do more with, you know. You don't even think Battletoads is better than it? Wow. It's game. Don't forget, this is Battletoads Double Dragon. This is not Battletoads and Battle Maniacs. Strike Gunner S.T.G. is definitely better than Battle Maniacs, right? That game is a really bad minigame collection, even if it looks aesthetically pretty good, right? The gameplay is real bad in that. This game is just only the combat parts of Battletoads. Which is arguably better than the crappy minigame stuff. Although it's still got the, you know, the crappy bike stages. It still has a snake level in some ways, just in lesser amounts. But Actually, yeah, you might be right. I think Strike Gunner Strike Gunner S.T.G is better than Battletoads Double Dragon. The more I thought about that. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I was like, but Bimmy and Jimmy Lee, you know? It's like, no, it's... No. The annoying levels where you're like on a grappling hook. Yeah. The more I thought about it. Here's the thing, right? It's like, you can see Battletoads Double Dragon and be like, ugh, right? And like, there's no promise. Right? There's no promise. It's exactly as it is on the tin, right? Strike Gunner S.T.G, you can at least be like, I see some promise in this. Right? Clearly, you know, it's like, oh, we make a couple small changes here. It could be a very solid shmup, but it's not. It's not, right? It's not. Yeah, this is the right spot. Okay. One of the Ghostbuster games that's at descending into a sewer stage 2 and a fucking despise it. You talking about the Sega Genesis one? Or Mega Drive? Sorry. The Mega Drive one? Or is it Master System? Which is the one that has like real cartoony looking Bill Murray in it? That's the Sega Genesis one, right? Oh, you're thinking Ghostbusters 2 on the NES. I don't remember that one. I remember the Ghostbusters game on NES, which is Ghostbusters 1, right? Like, there are 2 Ghostbuster games. Am I misremembering that? Or is there only one? Because the one on the NES, I remember there's like that, not elevator. It's got that stairwell sequence where we're going up, not down. Right? Going up all the floors and stuff. If I'm not mistaken, it's got like the really bad like driving as Ecto 1 stages, right? And it's got like, you know, that overworld map, which is impossible to navigate as well. Yeah, the Genesis game is actually a good game. It's like a 2D side-scrolling kind of thing. All I remember is the way Bill Murray looks in that is insane. But otherwise, I've never played it for myself. So, anyways, let's leave things there. I think we played enough of these games for now. I didn't get to all the games I wanted to play today because I played too many. I got stuck on the shmups. I get stuck on shmups real easy. It's really easy for me just to be like getting kind of a flow state with them. They're just very enjoyable. I like playing shmups. What can I say, right? That's why I was like hoping I could find more Strike Gunner S.T.G, but you know, well, I know I took too long. Sorry. All right, that's enough for a Friday. I think we should end this episode here. Watching on the VOD. Hey VOD, thanks for hanging out. Of course, you're over there at youtube.com/@RJLee. One over here at twitch.tv/RJLee as well, right? Come hang out. Got a good bunch over here. Like, it's Cam. Don't focus. Give that. What is it? The 105 watch streak. Jesus. Whoa. Wild stuff. Thanks everyone for hanging out. Grossimian and Ganj earlier. We had fun at that concert. Princess Rie, right? El Pollo, thanks for dropping by. All these cool people. Thank you so much. I'll be back again on Monday. We didn't play any Crusader this week, so we definitely have to get going on that. Hopefully we'll do that on Monday. I thought about streaming some Crusader this weekend because I want to get that game out of the way. I'm having fun still. I enjoy it, but there's 10 levels in that thing. We just got to level 6, so there's a few more episodes still yet to come. I kind of want to grind that game out, like for more than one level at a time, you know? We'll see. Okay. Send things there. Let's cut things off for the VOD. We'll rate someone or something like that, right? Cruise Sunday. That doesn't really roll off the tongue, does it? Maybe. I I have some stuff I gotta take care of this weekend, so we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I would hate for like fun FMV shenanigans to kick off, like, you know, playing in my non-usual standard slot. Not everyone like, people generally speaking don't really want to watch my stream on the weekend because they're off having a life and doing cool shit, right? I want to be doing something other than streaming on the weekend. I need to hang out and go to my favorite cafe and touch grass, see my family, right? So we'll see. We'll see. Anyways, thanks again for hanging out. Let's cut things off for the VOD, like I said. I'll see you on Monday. Have a nice night. Take care of yourselves. Stay hydrated. I sure need to get better hydrated. I took maybe like 3 swigs of my drink today. That's not very good. All right. I'll talk to you later, y'all. Peace. Thanks, Miss Kaon.